Hello, my name is Jack McGrath and I'm aged 22. I'm studying Press and Editorial Photography at the Falmouth University. And before I start, I'd like to show you where I've lived for the past 3 years. This is the sidings. In first year, I was in a shared flat. This is great to build friendships in freshers as none of us knew each other, but it was not a clean and tidy household. This is where I decided for the next 2 years I did not want to live with other people. I wanted to live on my own. So for the last 2 years I've lived in studio flats where I can maintain a clean and tidy household for myself, somewhere that I feel comfortable to study in and to sleep in. I came into the course in 2019 off the back of a extended diploma at Canterbury College in lens-based media. I came into the course aiming to finish with a degree so that I could go into war photography. I was highly inspired by a photographer called Lindsay Dario, and I loved reading about her travels around the Eastern Congo, Baghdad and Kenya. She photographed families and children who were affected by war, and rarely the war itself, which is something that I really felt like was an unseen drama in the news. From leaving college to starting university, I thought it would be a massive change for me. I came in with a Canon 1-100D and the basic 18 to 55mm lens. I knew my way around the camera, but I didn't know extensively how to use it. With the knowledge that I was taught during first year was mainly the same as what I learnt in college, but just a little bit refined. I learnt further about the Kelvin scale, and I learnt further about how to shoot at a greater professional level. You would say that first year was for training wheels. You were sent out in small groups mainly to build your character and build who you are and who you're around. This was great. It was a way for me to talk to different people and communicate with the area around me. The best thing about first year was definitely the Eden project. It gave us all the opportunity to talk and find out about each other. It really gave us our voices in groups. The small areas that we were taught within the Eden project really opened my mind to photography. It wasn't just capturing an image. It was more behind it. There was reasons behind it and talent in the way that you capture certain images. Such as, I really wanted to capture this image of a dragonfly over the ponds. And I'd done this through the small courses, learning to shoot faster shutter speeds at higher ISO to capture the image that we needed. First year is where I really started to play around with my photography. It showed me a path towards my second year, areas that I wanted to have a look around and progress further in. This is really where I started to focus on a bit more sports photography. Now that I know how to shoot at a faster speed, to capture a moving object still in a frame was almost an eye-opener to what I can do. I started to shoot more action sports, such as the BMX races in Red Roof. I used this for one of my hand-ins in second year, to show the story of a BMXer from start of the race to the end. Within second year, we was also taught further along the lines of what we can do behind the scenes in photography. This was stuff like InDesign. InDesign was something that I really wanted to learn, as I am someone who likes to create stories. I'm highly dyslexic and I've got ADHD and ADD, so it isn't the best thing for me to be interested in, but I really like it. I played around with different ways that I can use InDesign, from creating posters to zines and then to magazines. It gave me a way of producing my work as though it was being produced as a proper piece. I carried this on into my third year. Within second year, we also took a trip to New York City, where I got to meet two night crawlers called Vic Nicastro and Danny Lucidi. These guys took us out in their cars, sometimes until 2 or 3 in the morning, chasing fires, shootings and robberies. This was amazing. It was a real insight to what photojournalism can be in a different country. Also within my trip to New York, I got to see AP Photography and also New York Post, both massive news organisations with huge amounts of knowledge about the subjects that we are all studying. It was something that I would never have thought I would have seen. It was a quick moving and friendly place. It's said to be that it's always noisy, but this one day we went, it was quiet in both. But still a great experience. In second year is where I started to struggle, not due to my work, but towards being lonely, being on my own, and not really communicating with enough people. The way that I started to isolate myself was quite bad. I needed to find a way of reaching out to people, and that's where my love for surfing started to excel masses. It became an excuse to go surfing so that I can talk to my friends and just have fun in the water. I feel like if it wasn't for this, I might not be here at university today. I think I would have dropped out. It would have been too much for me. And that's where things such as being told we need this downtime really does highlight. We do need downtime. We can't always be thinking about our work and working our work. We need to be able to have a blank space, and in reality, this really improves the way that we all work. I really started to find my way of working during second year, and it was due to this breakdown. I started to work on myself mentally and physically to the extreme, because all I think is a happy mind is a tidy mind, and you can get a lot more done when you've got a tidy mind. Due to me being able to use surfing towards helping my mind, releasing my emotions, and just being able to spend time with my friends, I started to link this to my photography, especially the skills that I learnt during the first year of how to capture images of fast-moving objects in a still frame. I started to photograph my friends surfing, and then just people around me surfing. It really gave me the feeling of surfing myself without endeavouring in the sport. It was something that I found fun, enticing, and not work. It was really something that I feel like I like doing, and I'd happily continue doing after the course is finished. The development of my studies from second year to third year was mainly down the route of surfing photography, as I became addicted to photographing this sport and producing the images to show to the world. It's something that I take pride in doing myself, and it almost elevates my pride by being able to broadcast this sport to the rest of the world. Second year was definitely a refinery for me. It really showed me the path that I want to go down my photography. Although I came into this course wanting to photograph war, now I can see that this wasn't the route for me. I now see happiness and enjoyment in my work, photographing what I love and what I like to take part in my downtime. Furthering into third year, I used my surfing photography and my love for creating stories to create my own brand, the Liquid Rollers. This magazine shows the sport itself and also the experiences around the sport. Combining the knowledge of InDesign and the images that I have been creating for my surfing, I thought it'd be a great idea to create this magazine. The magazine has created traction and is on its second episode. It has now got an Instagram with a great following and a great feedback rate, where I'm now talking to additional companies and other surfing magazines itself to create a better platform and a better community. I find myself questioning, what am I actually going to take from this course when I leave? And in reality, I'm taking a lot. I have built great friendships here, friendships that will last a lifetime, and friendships that have pushed me to create the work that I have done. These friendships have made me a better photographer and definitely more proactive than I could have ever thought. I am also taking away the knowledge of life skills, how to survive and how to maintain my own well-being. This increasing my money management and my maintaining a healthy diet and being proactive in my day-to-day activities. Would I say university is worth it? Of course it is. If it's not just for the education, it's for the life experience. It's for teaching yourself that you are strong and capable of surviving on your own, without the training wheels of your parents. So for all of this information, I would like to thank my university experience and the knowledge that I have gathered from this experience, because it has really shown me what I can do in my life and what I would love to take out of it. As I move from university to life in the real world, I'm not going to be forgetting the photographic career that I've gained during this time. I'll be continuing to photograph and adapting my skills as a photographer in the field that I want to progress in, which is surfing photography, creating my own publication and building my audience. I'm going to be building money over the next coming year, so hopefully for next summer I can invest my money into the photographic equipment and facilities that I will need to continue my career. I'll be investing my money into a mobile unit, something that I can have a stationed Wi-Fi point and the ability to shoot from and develop images in on the go. I don't want to be someone who is located in a singular point, but someone that can travel and take my work with them, as I don't like to be in a single area. I'd like to be able to broaden my surfing knowledge and life experiences. Thanks to the third year of my university, it has really shown me what I'd like to do as a career, and these are some of the favourite shots that I have taken during this time. Reiterate what I have said, I have ultimately enjoyed my time at university. It has had its ups and downs, but that is life. We're all going to go through it, and the skill is to push through. I've faced challenges and I'm proud of what I've achieved so far. My university is an experience and I'm so glad that I've had it. I've made friends that could be for life. I've got fitter at university and I've learnt a lot about myself. I would always recommend attending university, but always look after yourself and seek help and support if you need it. You're not alone. Have a good time and good luck. This might be the best thing that you've done in your life so far. Thank you for your time of listening to this. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I've put on a few links that you might enjoy reading. It might be needed, and they're here for you.